How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Philcraft Bravo. I want to go over a couple things today on plate carriers. I know that everybody doesn't have one. If you're able to get one, definitely get one. It does add a little bit more comfort to your life and a little bit more security when you know you have one of those on, and it's going to keep you from getting hurt. So, basic plate carrier right here. It is very simple, very minimalistic. There's not a lot to it, and we're going to go through each one. But first, I need to get it on. Alright, plate carriers. So, basic plate carrier. This thing didn't run me a lot of money. Right now I'm testing the carrier itself, to see how well it'll hold up. One of the biggest things about when you're going out here and you're going to buy you a chest rig or a plate carrier or anything to add to as a force multiplier for yourself, you got to make sure that you're going out and you're using it. Don't buy this stuff, throw it in a closet and have it for just in case. It changes the dynamic of what you're doing at the range, out in the field, just anything that you're doing. It adds more stress. Okay, like I said, it's a basic plate carrier. I have AR500 steel in here, very heavy. I think it's 9.3 pounds total for the front plate and the back plate. It changes the way you move because it does have some bulk to it depending on how you set it up. As you notice, I don't have a lot on the sides here. And that's because I'm just not comfortable enough to put a bunch of stuff there yet. I have just a basic loadout. I have a 2, 3, 4 AR mags. I have one 9mm clip with an additional space for another clip. I carry a knife. I carry my first aid with a tourniquet, a spare tourniquet, flashlight, first aid shears, also comms. We can get into that later. Basic comm setup is not that expensive. It's good for you to have, especially if you're in a group, and the different type of radios that are out there. I'm not going to get into that either because there's way too many people with opinions on that. So I'll go over what I do carry and why I carry it, but and it's for a specific reason. So as you notice, I only have the two here, and that's because I want to be able to draw my firearm from here. I'm left-handed, so I don't want a lot of bulk on this side. This carrier itself, like I said, it's new. So I'm going out, I'm using it, I take it to the range. When you buy, like I said before, when you buy one of these, you want to make sure you're using it and you're setting it up for you. Okay? Not everything I have on here may work for you. Maybe you have a different style of shooting system. Maybe you don't have an AR, maybe it's 308. Or a 300 blackout. So you may set it up different, or you got Creedmoor, so 6.5 Creedmoor, and maybe it's a sniper rifle, so you don't want all this, so you can get down closer to the ground. So because it comes out about 3 inches from the carrier. Now I can move some of this stuff and make it more streamlined and put this over here. Put some of this back here, put it on my battle belt, to make it a little bit more streamlined. So the biggest thing I see is that people buy these, they put them in a closet and they never use them. You have to get out and use this stuff. You have to get out and practice with this equipment on. Alright, I'm adding 9 pounds to my body just with this carrier. That's going to change the way I walk, the way I run, the way I draw. From a low ready to a high ready to my sidearm. Things can get caught if you don't have your sling adjusted right. So in order to fix those issues or those problems that you may have on your carrier, you need to go out and use it. And use it as much as you can. Make sure it's going to hold up. Because the worst thing that could happen, if something does ever happen and you needed this and you went to throw it on and suddenly you can't draw your firearm because you got all these bags in the way, or a bunch of dual mags over here, then you become a liability to everybody around you. So again, you can get inexpensive plate carriers. You can get inexpensive plates. These AR 500 plates were 200 bucks. They weren't bad at all. But again, it's straight up steel. Now it does have a coating on it to keep fragmentation from happening, but you're still going to have that option with these. It could still happen when you're getting shot at because the bullet will frag off. But the coating is supposed to keep that from happening, but it could still potentially happen. So just remember that. They're ceramic, you can get out there. I don't recommend running and gunning with ceramic plates because once you crack them, you compromise the integrity of the plate. So there are composites out there that are pretty durable that mix the two together, that's what I'm looking at next, because the weight difference is probably under half, so I could get about 4 pounds. But with these, I'm practicing with this, the heavier AR plates, and once I switch, that's going to make me feel even more mobile, more faster, more confident on what I'm doing in training. So, but definitely get out there and use your stuff, guys. Don't pack this stuff in a closet and never touch it again. Use it, work with it, abuse it, make sure it's going to hold up. Fieldcraft Bravo, out.